This is Timeline 2.0. I've got a card from a different deck here. Let me get you to sign your name across the back of the card for me. Got it? And actually put the time. Perfect. I don't want to touch it. I want you to put the card inside the box for me, please. So I don't know what the card is. You don't know what the card is. And hold out your hand for me. With your other hand, what you're going to do is the idea is that you're going to find the card that matches the card that's inside the box. All right? So let's say there was an ace of clubs in there. You're going to try to find the ace of clubs in this deck, but you only get one shot. All right? So just touch any card you want with your other hand. Is that the one you want? You want to stick with that one? All righty. So you have the 5 of diamonds. Hopefully, if this all went well, the card inside the box, the card with your name on it. 5 of diamonds. Well, you must have done a really, really good job.
I watched several performances to find out how the trick works. I will share them with you and also some other methods to perform the same effect. First of all, we need to discuss the box. This is the box, however, it has been adjusted. The side tuck box flaps have been removed. I didn't do it over here because I didn't want to ruin for one tutorial the box. But anyway, if you want to perform the trick, you need to get rid of them. Also, you might have seen it, this is an unused fold in a regular box. For this trick, you need to make use of them. You need to make this fold firm. And I will show you why. The trick starts with Daniel Garcia holding the deck in this hand, his left hand. Then he asks the spectator, he says, over here I have a card from another deck. I don't want you to take a look at it because I do not want to influence you. So please put it inside. Card goes inside. Now show everyone the card is inside. Spectator does so. Then he turns over the deck and as you already have noticed, the card drops down. Then he says, he picks it over with his right hand. He says, now we close the box. And thanks to the extra fold, it looks like from the spectator's point of view, it has been closed. But there's still a gap. And as you see, the card can glide out. And that is exactly what is happening. It's very angle sensitive, so make sure you talk to the spectator to distract them. And when you hold the deck like this, they will not notice. So you have the deck over here, the old backed card, then Daniel Garcia comes up with the deck. Sometimes he does a deck flip. You should end up with the deck like this. You can hold your pinky and then the card glides out and immediately you turn over your hand. And now you say, please hold your hand on the box so we are sure the card cannot escape. And thanks to the removed flaps, it really looks like a closed box. So that's the first thing you need to know. And now, of course, the next thing is, how can the card, the old backed card, arrive on top of the deck face up? First of all, I will demonstrate what you might think he is doing. A force. It is not a force, but I will show you. You can use your favorite force. Let's suppose you keep it simple and you do a Hindu shuffle. Say stop anywhere you like. For example, over here. Say stop. Say okay, thanks. Stop me at the ace of spades. Now it's on top and you can continue with the story. He has different stories. In this case you could, for example, say, well, you stopped me on the ace of spades and this is the blue deck, as you know. So it would be really coincidental if the card in the box, which is a red backed card, is the same. The chance minor to nothing. So now please open up the box and show what is inside. Well, they are surprised nothing is inside. Show it also to the spectators, because everyone should know what is inside. It's empty. It's empty. And you look also into it and you say, well, then it must be that you have done a very good job. And then show the card that was seconds ago in the box is now on top of the deck. You can have it signed, that doesn't matter. But that is the first method to perform Timeline 2.0. That's not what Daniel Garcia is doing. So again, the card is at the bottom of the deck. What he is doing is called the turnover switch. Also the Marlowe switch, because he refined it and also he documented it in one of his books. Daniel is spreading the cards and he says, say stop anywhere you like, point at the card. So for example, say over here, and then this is the move. You need a really soft touch and then you push the card outside. But since you are in a spread position, you pull back these cards and at the same time you push this card to the position of the selected card. So when you come over with the other cards as coverage, push it, come up with the deck, and the spectators will not notice the red back card because they look at the front of the card. And you put it on top and the other ones below. So now you are at the same position as shown with the Hindu shuffle and you can continue the story from over here. You can also make up another story. Do you know what a mate is? A mate is the other black card. So this is the ace of spades. So the mate of this card is the ace of clubs. It would be very accidental if the mate of this card is inside the box. So now please open up the box. And it turns out to be empty. And then you say, well, that means you must have done a really good job. You turn over the card. And it turns out that the card that was seconds ago in the box is now empty, is on top of the deck. Jay Sankey made his own variation of the turnover switch, which he calls the bottom switch. He uses it in his trick Not Discard, which is a variation on Chicago Opener, and you can learn it over there if you want to know more about this slide. So now I will also mention another switch by Ed Marlowe. It's called the bottom steal, and you can also use it to come up with the same effect. Again, the cards spread, say stop, for example over here, and now while the turnover switch is done with one hand, this is a two-handed method. you are going to steal with these two fingers the bottom card. So again, you have a very loose grip over here. Spread position, you come over, you steal the card, you come up, and you put this card on top. And you have arrived at the same position, and you can continue from here. So by now, you should be able to perform Timeline 2.0. Just find out for yourself what fits your style and what you prefer.